Hey folks, welcome to the Josh and Xavier Show. Big Joshy, Big Xavier, with some biggins over here. And today we're going to break down the top 10 picks that we think, that I think, and he's going to combat me, test me, challenge me, because he's been saving lives during COVID-19. He's been working a lot, hasn't really got to pay attention to the draft, and I've been quarantining. And I have my board here, and I got my 10 picks.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think, first, he did a lot of homework. This has been excellent. And I'll help. For instance, I know a lot about the NFL right now, so I can help ask questions and kind of dig into what is in your mind. I think it'll make it more fulfilling. And we'll both go from there.
All right. And then I'm going to attach links or videos to the end of this of two of my friends that their opinions, big sports guys.
Yeah. Big draft guys.
Okay, number one is the Bengals. I think it's a clear Joe Burrow.
LSU, yeah.
He's the best offensive player in the draft by far, bar none. Over 6,000 yards, 60 touchdowns. Just the next best quarterback to me is Justin Herbert. 30 touchdowns, 3,000 plus yards. He cannonballed these guys.
Right.
He's a beast. He went from non-starter Ohio State, transferring, and just took over last year. And the proof's in the championship.
For sure. But this is a famous question in situations like this.
Yeah.
Coming off that great run, how do you feel he's going to the Bengals? Are they good enough for him? Wouldn't that suck if it just ruins his life?
He's an Ohio boy.
I mean, it could work out. The Bengals could build around him, or he could. You put a healthy fish in a fish tank full of dead fish. A healthy fish ain't healthy anymore. It don't get healthy.
Yeah, you could get the fungi. Joe Burrow's gonna be Joe buried.
Yeah. See, so it could be a sad story,
that's
but
a good analogy. Yeah,
we're rooting for him, for sure.
Definitely, he's a good old guy. I like his arrogance.
I do too. The cigar. Oh yeah, just biting on that cigar. Yeah.
Freaking. I've seen him in the crowd, just like. Or he was doing the beauty pageant people, just like.
Oh yeah, like the queen.
Goodbye.
Like that.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
So he's a clear number one. His stats show that he's number one, and the Bengals need a quarterback. They need a leader. He seems like he don't take shit.
Right.
I feel like he's gonna really make an impact there. I don't know anyone else on the Bengals.
Neither do I. I know their owner's cheap and they've been bad for a while. And they've had talented people and still been bad. That's the concern. They've had some good talent.
Yeah. They have that Dalton, their quarterback, I think.
See, that's the thing. Joe Burrow's here.
Yeah, so
deuces.
All right, number two. So number one is obvious. Number two, I'm going to wear the Ohio State hat. Number two, Chase Young. Another obvious pick. Okay, he's just the best defensive player. So it makes sense, the best offensive and the best defensive player taken by the Redskins, him to join Haskins over there and Rivera, a defensive focused coach. And he was just an obvious pick. He's just a guy you can't pass up, even if you desperately don't even need a defensive end. He's just trade bait. He's just phenomenal. Broke the Ohio State sack record last year with 16 and a half, over 100 tackles. He's just a beast. You might want to fact check the over 100 tackles. But 16 and a half sacks, he's just an animal. So that one was pretty obvious to get out of the way. Number three, I got to put back the hat. Okay, Brutus will be happy with this. The Lions.
The Lions.
Jeff Okudah.
The Lions are pretty good right now. They're not.
Yeah.
You could be worse.
So they really need help on their defensive backs. So I think they go with Jeff Okudah, and I think that's another obvious pick, being the best defensive back in the draft, and he's just an all-around stud. He's a playmaker. He hits hard. He's not scared to hit you, and he makes big plays in big games. And that's what you need in a quarterback. And I think he's a long-term investment, just like the first 2 picks. And you just can't go wrong with Ohio State cornerbacks because they're just known to be savages,
Seems that way, for sure.
So moving on to number 4, the Giants, which they've had trade talk of trading down and getting like Justin Herbert and things of that nature, but they drafted a quarterback last year. Eli left,
Right.
And then they picked up an offensive lineman off the free agent and a wide receiver, just speaking offense. So I think they go with Isaiah Simmons from Clemson, right down the road here, the linebacker. He had over 100 tackles, runs a 4.4 40, and he's just what I noticed about he is reckless. Different from Chase Young's just dominating. This guy is just like, he don't care about hurting you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got
There's
fire.
no respect at all. he is just the opposite of who his coach is. But his coach, who's the coach?
Dabo Sweeney.
Yeah, just a good guy, good person to have as your coach. Just the way, maybe not as like as a coach needs to eat his Wheaties.
Yeah,
he's a weenie.
Look, he's successful. So
yeah,
not my personality type. He's a good Christian.
That's what I'm.
People love him. Yeah, apparently he hosted a Christian dinner, charged a lot of money per table for the dinner. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta pay to multiply those Christian loaves.
Yeah.
I guess nowadays you do.
But the guy, he's the opposite of him.
Right. He's an animal
and
killer.
I heard he's a really good boy, and they're boys to us, which is kind of funny. Yeah, he'll wreck the league. I think he's a great pick, and I wish he would go 7th to the Panthers, but I think he's going to be taking it 4th to the bullcrap Giants. Okay.
The New Jersey bullcrap Giants. There's nothing about them in New York. Maybe their mailbox.
Right.
If they're located in New Jersey.
Never knew that.
Oh yeah, it's bullcrap, dude.
That is stupid.
Yeah, the New York Football Giants of New Jersey.
You think that was like a sales gimmick?
It's a real. Oh, of course. It was that. Like, I'm sure back in the day, they played there in New York, but they just couldn't afford a stadium.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Look
are
it up.
the
Fact check me if I'm wrong,
Giants.
but I don't think I'm wrong.
So you have a say in this pick.
Okay.
So number 5 and 6 both need a quarterback. The Dolphins and the Chargers. So number 5, I think the Dolphins take Justin Herbert as their quarterback to build around. What do you have to say?
We discussed this a few moments ago. I think that they're going to take Tua because the Dolphins are a meth lab. Like, they're a meth lab explosion waiting to happen. They had that coach doing lines of cocaine. The smart decision, take Justin Herbert.
6'6", got a cannon.
Just got a cannon. There's something good about him. I think he has good potential. Tua is like rolling the dice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the wrong move. I think they will make the wrong decision.
You know why? I think Tua has... Well, one, he proved himself, but he's just injury prone. He came in, 2018, at the end of the game, the championship game, last game of the year, at halftime, the starting quarterback that got hurt, and then he finished the game and won the championship for him, and then dominated next year, and then had a good start last year. But he is injury prone. He's good. I think people like Russell Wilson are making his name better.
Right.
Because Russell Wilson...
He's the proof of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an example that could work.
Yeah. Which the league is loving.
Yeah.
We decided,
it's the obvious theme.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. The pocket doesn't exist anymore. Unless you're Tom Brady, I guess. I mean...
Yeah. So it's like Tom Brady sitting back in the pocket, all these other guys next to him aren't, and then the pocket passes are down here. So Tom Brady's carrying a lot of weight.
For sure.
But the thing about like Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, they both are mobile. They're not Tom Brady slow. They're mobile quarterbacks, but they are pocket passers. But they can throw on the run really well, and they've proven that. So I go Justin Herbert, Chargers at 6, get Tua. We switch those up, but who knows? It's going to be an exciting year to watch these quarterbacks, see what happens to them. I don't know. I think Justin Herbert is wildly underrated, truly. And I mean, if you're 6'6", and the way he was thrown in the combine and just his highlights, if he gets the right coach in there, and he might want to go to the Chargers, to be honest. But because they've had Phillip Rivers and they know how to handle a guy like this big set.
Do you know who's the Redskins quarterback?
Their Redskins quarterback?
Yeah, quarterback right now.
Quarterback coach? Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins. Okay, yeah. I just forgot.
Oh, yeah. He had a phenomenal college career. Okay, so number 7. Did you want to say something?
Oh, I said. I just totally forgot. Just trying to fact check.
Panthers at number 7. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle from Auburn. He's a legitimate wrecking ball. He played the inside. He's nothing like Chase Young, he's like a Julius Peppers, speaking of Panthers. But he's inside wrecking, and he made a lot of big plays last year, and he had quite a few sacks, I know, and for a defensive tackle, he had a few picks for forced fumbles. He's just overall a safe pick, I think, and I think he is a long-lasting person to just hold that position down for them.
For sure. I like to add, it's probably kind of a no-brainer. The Panthers have been killing it in the draft. It seems like they have so many homegrown people that have been awesome the last couple of years. So I think whatever they're doing, they should keep on with the draft.
Yeah.
This is probably a good pick based on their last couple.
And I wish they could have gotten Isaiah Simmons, the linebacker from Clemson. Speaking of homegrown, especially with Luke Kuechly being gone. But
there's a good asterisk too, because the reason why people love the draft is, for all we know, for instance, the Panthers made trade with the Lions, and people made trade.
Yeah. There's some talk with some trade.
And you never know.
The Cardinals at number 8, I think they go with Tristan Wirf. He was the best offensive line that I saw from Iowa, because they're really hurting there, and they're just building back their team, and they need to build up to protect Kyle Murray. Jaguars, I think they go with Judy. They need a lot of help, but I think this will help them win now. With Minshew as their quarterback, they need help on defense, of course, but they have the second most picks in the draft this year behind the Dolphins, so I think they can manage, but they should get with the best player on the table, and that would be Jeffrey Judy.
Yeah, if the Dolphins are a meth lab, the Jaguars are a crack den.
So, yeah, they're a crack den.
But they're awesome. I love it. Rooting for them.
Yeah.
I love the Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That was probably my favorite story last season. Because the Browns were boring. They were all bitter. It was either we're bitter or we're not bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Fu Manchu going out there. Yeah, chewing it up. It was good.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Judy, just speaking on him, he's the best wide receiver, and then obviously CeeDee Lamb, but the guy's just a stud. He's pretty much the perfect wide receiver you would need, and he needs some help, Minshew over there. And then lastly, the Browns, they just need help overall, but they're going to stay with Baker Mayfield and Odell. So I think they're going to take Andrew Thomas from Georgia, a tackle, just to protect Baker Mayfield, to give him some more time to throw that ball to Odell Beckham. Maybe they can win some games next year.
What do you think about the Browns right now?
I think the Browns are are the kids on the sideline just wanting in the game.
Right.
They're not yet in the game, but they want in the game.
I know what you mean. For the professionalism of the NFL, they're still like, for me, it's like kids in a classroom with a substitute teacher. There's no rule of law over there. Everybody has too much voice, too much opinion.
There's a little entitlement.
Little disorder. They could be something, but we'll have to
I
wait.
think they're focusing on being superstars more than football players.
Exactly.
I
agree. They need to have a social media ban, and if they did that,
That's a
that
good
would
idea.
help.
That would be
No
pretty
joke. Like a 0 dark 30, like LeBron has, but for a season.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe we blow up so we can talk to these coaches because you love our opinion.
Yeah.
And we could really help the league.
For real. They need us.
They need us. I
Like
wish
the
they
Dolphins
need
need
us.
No, they need us, but they just don't know they need us.
All right. That's our episode today. Thank you for watching.
Yep. Have a good one. Subscribe. Watch our others.
Hey everybody, Josh had to go, and this video, we're supposed to have 2 other guys jump on, but with COVID-19 and quarantine going on, we're in some software difficulties. It's just not able to happen before the draft, and that's my fault, and I apologize, but just keep watching our videos, our content. We love making it. If you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about, please let us know. And yeah, subscribe. And this video is meant to be longer, like I said, and it got shortened because of technical difficulties. But we're gonna improve on our methods and our systems and be better at that as we progress and grow from here. So yeah, watch the draft, enjoy yourself. It's gonna be a good season.